Your brain is lying to you right now. Every decision you make, every choice you believe is logical, runs through a hidden program of predictable irrationality. And today, I am going to show you exactly how it works. Dan Ariely is a behavioral economist at MIT who discovered something terrifying about human nature. We do not just make irrational decisions occasionally. We make them constantly, repeatedly, and in completely predictable patterns. Think about the last time you bought something you did not need, stayed in a relationship too long, or chose the worst option knowing it was wrong. That was not weakness. That was your brain running its default programming. But here is what makes this truly fascinating. If irrationality is predictable, that means it can be hacked. By the end of this video, you will understand 7 invisible forces controlling your choices. And I promise, the last one will completely change how you see yourself. The first trap is called the decoy effect, and companies use it against you every single day. Imagine you are buying a magazine subscription. Option A is online only for $59. Option B is print only for $125. Most people choose the cheaper online version. But add option C, print and online combined for $125, the same price as print alone. Suddenly, everyone chooses the combo deal. The print-only option was never meant to sell. It exists solely to make the combo look irresistible. If this is already making you rethink your purchases, drop a like. Here is where it gets strange. The decoy works even when you know it is there. Your brain cannot help but compare. Now imagine you are offered a completely different choice. But let me pause here, because what I am about to tell you will change how you respond to every free offer for the rest of your life. Ariely conducted an experiment with 2 chocolates, a Lindt truffle for 15 cents and a Hershey's Kiss for 1 cent. Most people chose the premium truffle, a logical choice for a 14-cent difference. Then he dropped both prices by 1 cent. The truffle now cost 14 cents. The Kiss became free. Everything flipped. Suddenly 70% chose the inferior free chocolate. Free is not a price. It is an emotional trigger that shuts down rational calculation entirely. Your brain literally cannot process 0 the same way it processes any other number. But that was just the beginning of what Ariely discovered. The third trap is called anchoring, and it reveals something almost disturbing about how your brain assigns value to everything. In one experiment, participants wrote down the last 2 digits of their social security number before bidding on random objects. Those with higher numbers consistently bid 60 to 120% more than those with lower numbers. Random digits, completely unrelated to the products, yet they fundamentally shaped what people believed things were worth. Think about that for a second. The first price you see for anything, a house, a salary, a bottle of wine, becomes the anchor against which everything else is judged. And this leads us to something even more unsettling. Here is where everything I have told you so far connects to something much bigger. Ariely proved that your expectations do not just influence your perception. They literally change your physical reality. In a blind taste test, people rated the same wine as significantly better when told it cost $90 versus $10. Brain scans confirmed their pleasure centers actually activated more intensely for the expensive label. They were not lying. They genuinely experienced more pleasure. Now consider what this means. Every experience you have, your job satisfaction, your relationships, your life itself, is being filtered through expectations that may have nothing to do with reality. If you want to see where this rabbit hole leads, make sure you are subscribed. What would you do if you discovered your entire experience of the world was essentially a story you were telling yourself? The fifth trap explains why you keep things you do not want and stay in situations that make you miserable. It is called the endowment effect. The moment you own something, you value it more than before you had it. Ariely proved this with lottery tickets. People who randomly received tickets demanded $14 to sell them. People without tickets would only pay $3.50 to buy them. Same ticket, 4 times the perceived value simply because of ownership. This is why you keep clothes you never wear, stay in jobs you hate, and cannot end relationships that stopped working years ago. You are not attached to the thing itself. You are attached to the version of yourself that owns it. And then it got worse. What happened next shocked everyone. Ariely discovered something that explains every broken relationship, failed business partnership, and family conflict. There are 2 parallel economies operating in your life: social norms and market norms. And confusing them destroys everything. When your neighbor helps move furniture, they operate in social norms. Offer them $50 and you have insulted them, converting a favor into a transaction. When a daycare added late pickup fines, tardiness actually increased. Parents no longer felt guilty about being late. They were simply paying for extra time. The social obligation transformed into a market transaction. Here is the revelation that changes everything. Once you introduce market norms into a social relationship, you cannot go back. The damage is permanent. I want you to remember this part. The seventh and final trap is the one I promised would change how you see yourself. Ariely discovered that emotional states create completely different decision-making systems. In experiments, participants in heightened emotional states made choices that directly contradicted their rational predictions about themselves. They genuinely became different people with different values, different boundaries, and different judgments. You are not one consistent self making decisions. You are multiple selves, each emerging under different emotional conditions. The person you are when calm, tired, hungry, stressed, or excited operates with different programming entirely. Understanding this is not about becoming perfectly rational. It is about recognizing when your brain is running outdated software and choosing to update it. Everything Ariely discovered points to one liberating truth. You are not broken for being irrational. You are human, and humans run on predictable patterns that evolved for survival, not for modern decision-making. The 7 traps we explored: decoys, the free effect, anchoring, expectations shaping reality, the endowment effect, social versus market norms, and emotional programming, are not flaws to eliminate. They are features to understand. Now that you see the code, you can start writing new programs. The question is no longer why you make bad decisions. The question is, what will you do differently now that you know the truth about your own mind? Now you understand why your brain sabotages your success. And more importantly, you have the awareness to interrupt those patterns. If this changed how you see your own decision-making, hit subscribe for more insights that reveal the hidden forces shaping your life. Tell me in the comments which trap has caught you most often. And if you want to dive deeper into the psychology of choice, watch this next video right here.